I saw a strange sight. I stumbled upon a story most strange, like nothing my life, my street sense, or my sly tongue had ever prepared me for. Hush, child. Hush now, and I will tell it to you. Even before the dawn, one Friday morning, I noticed a young man, handsome and strong, walking the alleys of the city. He was pulling an old bag filled with clothes, both bright and new, and he was calling out in a clear, loving voice,
"Rags! Rags! I'll take your old ones for new ones! Rags!"
Now, this is a wonder, I thought to myself, for the man stood 6 feet 2, and his arms were like tree limbs, hard and muscular, and his eyes flashed intelligence. Could he find no better job than this, to be a ragman in the inner city? And now the ragman came upon a girl whose hand was wrapped in a bandage, whose eyes were empty. Blood soaked her bandage. And now the tall ragman looked upon this child with pity, and he drew a lovely clean rag from his bag.
Give me your rag, and I'll give you mine.
Now, the child could only gaze at him while he loosened the bandage, removed it, and tied it to his own hand. The new rag he set on hers. And I gasped at what I saw, for with the bandage went the wound against his hand. It ran darker, more substantial blood, his own. The sobbing, bleeding, strong, intelligent ragman continued on his way.
Rags! Rags! New for old!
How, as the early morning continued to wake, the sun seemed to hurt the sky in my eyes. The ragman seemed more and more in a hurry. Soon, the ragman saw a woman sitting. She sat looking empty and cold, and she had no hope. Her knees and elbows made a sad X, and her shoulders shook. Her heart was breaking. The ragman stopped, and quietly, he walked to the woman.
Give me your rag, and I'll give you mine.
Now, he slipped the handkerchief from her eyes. She looked up, and he gave her a linen cloth so clean and new that it shined. She blinked from the gift to the giver. Then, as he began to pull his bag again, the ragman did a strange thing. He put her stained, spotty handkerchief to his own face, and then he began to lose sight in one eye, his shoulders shaking. Yet she was left behind without it, with both eyes bright and open. This is a wonder, I breathed to myself, and I followed the blind ragman like a child who cannot turn away from a mystery. He continued on, calling out,
Rags! Rags! New for old!
and after that, he spotted a drunk, lying unconscious beneath a blanket, hunched, wizened, and sick.
It's okay. It's okay. Give me your rag, and I'll give you mine.
He took that blanket and wrapped it around himself. And for the drunk, he gave him a new rag. And now I had to run to keep up with the ragman. Though he was blind in one eye and bleeding freely at his hand, pulling his bag with one arm, stumbling from drunkenness, falling again and again, exhausted, old and sick. Yet he was fast as lightning. He moved along the road, this mile and the next, until he'd come to its limits. And then he rushed beyond. I wept to see the change in this man. It hurt to see his sorrow. And yet I needed to see where he was going in such haste, perhaps to know what drove him so. And then I wanted to help him in what he did, but I hung back, hiding. He climbed a hill with tormented labor. He cleared a little space on that hill, and then he sighed. He covered his bones with a blanket. And he died. Oh, how I cried to witness that death. I slumped in a junk car and wailed and mourned as one who has no hope, because I had to come to love the ragman. Every other face had faded in the wonder of this man and cherished him, but he died. I cried myself to sleep. I didn't know, how could I know, that I slept through Friday night and Saturday and its night too.
Once in darkness, now in light. Once blind, now you see. Once a sinner, now a saint.